Michigan State's season is officially over as the Spartans fell to the Ohio State Buckeyes in the first round of the Big Ten tournament by a final score of 6-3. Welcome, I'm Jason Ruff alongside my partner Jacob Herbert. Ohio State got out to an early 2-0 lead in the first period, but Michigan State stormed back with 3 unanswered goals to close out the first 20 minutes.
Yeah, and sitting up in the press box and obviously watching the game, you're kind of thinking, oh no, here we go again. You know, Ohio State, with the good offense they have, they're top 5, top 10, something like that in the country. But good for the Spartans to be able to crawl back into this game. Both teams playing with a lot of desperation.
Including a power play goal for Michigan State. William Haig, who got things started off scoring-wise for the Spartans, talked about the mentality his team needed to have down 2-0.
Well, of course it's tough. You go down 2 goals. It's an important game. It's everything or nothing. So it's huge. It's important to not panic and to stay to our game. And we managed to get a goal and then continue rolling on that.
Ohio State would bounce back, though, tie the game up at 3 in the second period, and then in the opening minutes of the third period, an offensive explosion, 3 straight goals for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, and it was really unfortunate for Michigan State to have to take that penalty. You almost get out of the second period. Yeah, the score's tied, but then you do take that penalty, which carried over into the third. And David Gus, like you mentioned, took advantage of that 25 seconds in, getting the lead back for the Buckeyes. But that's kind of been the unfortunate storyline for Michigan State. Every time these two teams play, Ohio State either gets a goal at the end of the period or at the beginning to kind of shift momentum their way. So very unfortunate for the Spartans to have to suffer that yet again.
Ohio State moves on to the semifinal round. They will play Wisconsin tomorrow. Michigan State finishes up 7-24-4 on the season. Tom Anastas reflecting back on a disappointing year for his club.
Disappointing end to it, for sure, but it was a disappointing season. I knew coming into the season that we were introducing a lot of new to the team. A lot of freshmen would play key roles, playing a lot of freshmen on defense. I knew we had a huge question mark in goal, and so those were things that we had to get better and had to overcome during the course of the season. Didn't get good enough results. Certainly our league's very tough. It's tough to win in our league. A lot of good teams in our league. We have a very tough schedule. But in the end, no, I'm disappointed with the season.
Questions still abound for the Spartan hockey team as they finish with their worst record since 1978 and remain winless in the Big Ten postseason tournament. For Jacob Herbert, I'm Jason Ruff for Impact Sports here at Joe Louis Arena.